Hey everybody, it's SWGG Camp, and today we are back at the zoo with another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. So, when I'm in streaming, I keep seeing a lot of people asking a lot of newer tips. We have a lot of new people coming to the game, and I keep getting questions asked from people that are significantly below the level 85 cap, and sometimes even as far down as they have no idea what Galactic War is. So, I figured it'd be a good idea to do a top 10 video over the pre-85 tips that I could come up with. Again, don't forget to check the stream out. I do stream every single GAC, and then I stream Sunday, Monday, and Thursday. So come check it out, and let's go ahead and get on to the tips. Okay, so the first tip that I'm going to have has to do with your Mada energy, normal energy, and your fleet energy when you eventually get it. So when you do your daily refreshes, those three all use 50 crystals per refresh, which equates to 120 energy, which is 120 EXP per 50 crystals. Now, in comparison, a lot of people like to use their refreshes on Cantina nodes because it gets you the Cantina energy. It also gets you some of the characters, and every single node has characters on it. However, you only get 100 energy, or 120 energy for 100 crystals rather than the 50. So you literally get half the amount of energy per crystal. So if you are looking for the goal of leveling to 85 as quickly as possible, which I do recommend because it is very helpful to hit 85 as quickly as possible, you hit your GAC, and you also can do the later nodes earlier. The earlier you hit some of the certain nodes, example, that one that pops in my head first is going to be the Bosk and Houndstooth node. So doing those quicker helps you get a little bit farther ahead than some other people that may not know about something like that, and realizing that EXP is actually really important. Second tip is going to be, don't underestimate Galactic War. Galactic War is going to be the quickest way for you to get a 7-star character, and that is absolutely vital in Star Wars. So you get 10 shards per 400 that you get. If you complete all of the nodes in Galactic War, you get 1,200 Galactic War tokens a day. Now, that equates to, it literally takes 11 days. It takes 11 days to get a 7-star character. The sooner you get a 7-star character means the sooner you're getting Han Solo shards, the sooner you are getting Traya and General Kenobi shards if your guild is doing those raids. So underestimating this is a big mishaps, and the sooner you can get a 7-star character, the better off you are, because those characters are very important, especially considering General Kenobi has his own capital ship. Han Solo has his own ship if you eventually get the Falcon, and Traya is one of the biggest bug counter and can also beat teams like Padme. So it is a very important thing to get your first 7-star character in the game on top of the raid rewards for the heroic raids. Two teams that I recommend for Galactic War is going to be Phoenix. Phoenix does very, very well at the beginning stages, and the second one is going to be Jedi, specifically looking at Bastila lead. Yeah. So the Zeta on her leadership right here will come way down the line. However, a Zeta Bastila, when I first got this character and got the leadership up, not including the Zeta, I went from maybe completing it like every other day to I literally was finishing it every single day. So the Bastila lead is really, really nice, especially for Galactic War, and it is a very good one until you can get a Jedi Knight Revan lead for your Jedi as well. So the third tip is going to be take advantage of things that pop up every single day. So every single day, you're going to have these 4 items that are going to pop up every day. It will change what items they are, however, they only cost credits. Credits are hard to come by a lot of new players, however, it does get easier as time goes on. So if you buy these, you can use them later down the line for salvage material. A lot of the different nodes, remember to check back every day for new items. They refresh every so often, so you can get different things throughout the time as well. You also have things that is the bonus energy that pop up multiple times throughout the day. If you get these energy, it's an extra 45 energy each one of these every time they pop up, and that energy does add up over time, so it is important to try and get that little bit of extra thing if you're trying to be really serious about it. As well is going to be the dailies. If you complete all of your dailies every single day, you get EXP, which at level 85 I can no longer see it anymore. However, EXP was one of the things you get every day. You also get omegas, you get crystals, and completing it every single day, even if it's just the dailies, helps boost you up that little bit extra more and make sure you get the most out of your buck, and then can get to level 85 as soon as possible for those extra rewards. Tip number 4 is going to be focus on mostly one dark side and one light side team at the beginning of the game. It'll help you progress in the dark side battles. As well as progressing through all of the different nodes. If you concentrate on too many teams, you'll have issues progressing in each one of the nodes as time goes on. If you concentrate on one of each at the beginning, you can make sure you get through all of the nodes all the way up until stage 9. Once you've completed stage 9, it's generally speaking easier to work on just one team at a time. That way you can get that team to a usable place such as GAC. You can use it in Squad Arena if you want to, or if it's a team you're using for Squad Arena. And then you're getting use out of that team and not just letting it sit on the bench. If you just let the team sit there and work on too many teams at a time, you end up with characters that are not actually going to be used, which isn't always fun. It gets annoying having characters that are sitting on the roster, you want to use them, and they just get to sit there because they aren't at a usable state yet. Tip number 5 is going to be make sure you try and get into a good guild. The sooner you are doing all of the raids, the more you will progress throughout everything. Example, even my guild is not completing the new challenge tier raid, which means that currently, and I by no means am holding the guild back, we haven't completed phase 1 yet. However, because we haven't completed that, we're missing out on the relic 8 materials, and I consider myself an endgame player. However, if you're not getting the Han Solo shards, if you're not getting the raid rewards, then it is holding your progress back as well. The sooner you are doing Geonosis territory battles, the sooner you can get your Malevolence, the sooner you can get your Negotiator, and those characters or ships will progress your fleet arena so much better, and they can push you into first place in your fleet arena and just push it really far into it. So I definitely recommend trying to get into a good guild as soon as possible. That will take you. Go ahead, check people's Twitch streams, ask around, check Reddit. There are plenty of places in Reddit to find good guilds, and a lot of guilds are looking for newer players, and they're willing to take somebody that's not going to participate nearly as much, or participate daily, but not as helpful as they could be for having someone that's helpful down the line. And that's also going to lead into tip number 6. Do not forget about ships. I recommend planning as soon as you start the account on Fleet Arena. Fleet Arena is so much easier to climb in than Squad Arena because so many people don't care as much about Fleet, and they also don't always understand about Fleet nearly as much. If you can get first place in Fleet every single day, that's 400 crystals, which accumulates to just over $3 of potential crystals every single day. So if you can do this, and before I was spending on the account, I was doing this completely free to play and got first place in Fleet Arena with an average across a month of about 3rd place, which means that across that entire month, I was getting an average of 350 crystals. So it's easier to compete in the Squad Arena. You can get more crystals in Squad Arena if you are free to play, and it's one of the best places to actually get crystals. And it can also help you in things such as Grand Arena, because you can make up a lot of extra banners if you can underman those And the sooner you get Malevolence, the sooner you get Negotiator, the better off you are and can underman some of those really serious teams, such as the MILF teams and the Empire teams. You can 3-man them. I very rarely at this point in my GAC in Division 2 even, do I ever actually fully do a full fleet for GAC. I normally 3 or 4-man with my Negotiator, and that can get you up to 67, 68 banners. Tip number 7 is going to be find allies that you can use in the different nodes in the light, dark side, cantina, etc. Having characters that are in this range, like the 5,000 power, they're not really doing as much for you. If you can get people that have relics, if you can get people that have gear 12s even. Example, if you have people that have gas as their leader in these battles, you literally can use 150 first, and that person cannot die, regardless if it's level 1. And gas will solo most of the phases. So you can get through things a lot quicker, and you can get guaranteed 3-star nodes, so you don't have to worry about not being able to sim things down the line. And it just makes things so much quicker, and you can progress all the way up as far as you possibly can based off your level, not based off of what the gear levels you currently have. That way you can avoid putting gear on characters you don't want to, and you can focus on the characters that you actually want to be working on. And you're not sacrificing things because you want to gear up characters that aren't as helpful down the line for that 3-star node. Tip number 8 is near and dear to my heart now. Learn about mods before you waste your time like I did. Mods are one of the most important things in this game. I spent forever not actually understanding how they worked, and now that I've learned more, I realize I wasted so much time, energy, and literally, like the mod energy, the slicing mats, everything, on mods that were just terrible. So, learn early. Example, go onto Twitch. I do Mod Monday every single Monday. I personally do not know nearly as much as I wish I did about mods. However, we always have people that hop into stream, and I learn a lot every single time I do it. So I know there's other streamers that a lot of them for some reason do Mod Monday, probably because it's the GAC lock-in phase. However, hop into streams, hop into YouTube, learn how the mods work. You can also go on to Mod Meta Report. Mod Meta Report will tell you the sets that people are using for the characters. It also shows you what the primary stats they're using. However, primary stats are not everything. You can get very good secondary stats on characters. So I definitely recommend trying to learn beyond just going to this site and basing it solely off the primaries and solely off the sets, because there are a lot of things you can learn down the line that can really boost up characters when it comes down to those like bare minimum. I'm not sure if I'm going to win this versus I'm going to destroy them. And it can really cut those corners and help you win some of those like really close fights. As well, when it comes to the mods, one thing I really like to say for a lot of people who say that mods don't matter, the meta changes every probably 6 to 7 months. Your mods will never leave your account. Every single time the meta changes, if you get the new meta or if you have the old one, your mods will still follow with you. You can move them around, you can keep them, you can push them up. They have never lost value, so they're one of the best things to invest in this game. Tip number 9 is going to be set up an SWGOH.GG account. There are so many things that are helpful on this the website, which includes the meta report. You can sort of see what this is. This is going to be way down the line, but you can see what teams are good to be working on way down the line. It'll show the leaders, you can show squads, you can see the top rank 1 through 10, 1 through 100. Personally, one of my favorite things is the GAC meta. You can see what squads work in Grand Arena, and this will be a little bit better for some of the players that are really low, because you can see what teams are working, and you can see what teams are a little bit lower that you may be working towards rather than the really endgame teams. The other part that I really like about this, so personally, I like keeping track of things. So I know personally that I started my account 2 days before I got my SWGOH.GG account. which means that I started this account on December 15th, 2018. So I like to use it for tracking. You can also see sort of over the last 30 days where your trends are. Example for this one, the second I got my Relic 7 gas, significantly jumped up. The other part that's a lot of fun is you can track what gear teams need. Oh, wrong one. So example, these are all of the gear I need to relic all of my bounty hunters. So you can use this tool to get characters prepped if you are working on somebody but you don't want to waste time. You can literally just save the gear and then get them additional tier levels depending on where you're at. You can also see all of the different events, quests. It's really helpful to see this because you can see what nodes drop what characters and stuff like that before you've actually gotten to the nodes. So it helps you do a little bit of planning. It helps you not have to see the node to wonder whether or not you're going to be getting it down the line. It just makes planning things so much easier. And the last one for this is it also helps your guild do planning. A lot of guilds love to do planning for the territory battles, and a lot of them have bots in Discord that'll do it for them, but they require an SWGOH account or SWGOH.GG account linked to have the bot pull the information so they can do their planning and sort of see where they'll be at for the light side mission, dark side missions, for the territory battles, and it just really helps a lot of people out. And you can also do the GAC history once you are 85. And you can track what teams you're doing good against, what teams are holding, what teams are not holding on your own defense. And it also can show a trend of what you're doing bad against fighting. So you may be able to work towards a team that you can do, that you can fight against a team that you're doing particularly bad at, or watch a video to see how that team works against it if you just don't understand the matchup. The last tip, number 10, is going to be just be patient. This game takes a lot of patience to play long term. You may literally be working on characters for upwards of several months, if not longer, if you are free to play. Galactic Legends take months, like several months to get. So some of the characters take the small wins. Get excited about getting small gear levels. Even if you're not particularly excited about the character, be excited about the progress you're making towards another character. A lot of this stuff takes a long time in this game if you're not spending. And some of the times, even if you are spending, it can still take a long time because it can add up very, very quickly in this game. Example, gas personally took me months. Many, many months to get, and then on top of it, some of the characters are even time gated. So if you didn't save, example, to get 1 or get 2 currency, then it just takes forever because you literally have to wait and wait, and there's just no way to quickly progress up. So those are my top 10 tips. If you guys have any that I did not think of, please put it in the comments below. I would love to talk to you about this. We have so many new players coming to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and I am excited for all of you guys. So please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. And again, I stream every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday for a couple hours. And then I also do the GAC streams, which are a little bit shorter. So you can come check me out on Twitch. And until next time, the zoo's closing down for the night.